Hey, what's going on, everyone out there in the world today?
What's up?
Welcome to our youth sports podcast. This is Deep South Sports Roundtable. Where you got myself, Lionel and Mark. We on here. We made this podcast just to provide reactions and real life experiences, and just the enjoyment around sports. Uh, Particular all angles of it, even down to high school level, college, NFL, women's sports. So we covering it all, and we're just going to start doing this as just to get out to our people about the enjoyment around sports. So Mark,
So
man, how you doing, bro?
everything great, man. How about yourself?
Man, hey, I'm loving life, man. I'm loving life, bro. You know, we got this combine going on now. It kicked off today. So you know what I mean. It started out with them D linemen, in the trenches and the linebacker. So what you got on it today? How you
Well,
feel about it today?
well, it was good, man. Defensive side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? The side I love. You
Yeah,
feel me? Where it gets dirty. And I just want to say the Alabama players did great. You know. I don't know if you watched them or not, but we
I
did.
seen it. You know what I mean. Dallas
They did
turned
great.
the edge, ran
Yeah.
ran a great four. I think we ran a 4.46.
Four, four,
So
four,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Did good,
I think the
man.
stopwatch was not working correctly. That laser time is humbling, bro. Uh,
Yeah, ooh, it take them coaches from down there at the end.
Bro, I took my son to a little workout camp that used laser, boy. Oof, that thing is humbling. It's about the hand placement and everything, like what's coming off the ground first, what it's reading. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's humbling, bro.
Yeah, it is because it can mess you up too. Definitely
Yeah,
if you flinch too early or something.
yep,
So,
yeah, yeah. That
man,
thing
it was
humbling.
good. It was good, man. The combine was pretty good today. The defensive player.
Yeah,
People they earned some stock today. A
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
people
yeah,
a lot of people
yeah,
might be rising in the draft. So that's a great thing, man. You love to see
yeah,
people doing the best
yeah,
for themselves and their family, bro.
yeah, yeah. It wasn't. I mean, from when I'm looking at, I'm gonna just do the linebackers first. I think you had a majority of the people ran at least a 4.6. You got one dude from Wisconsin ran a 4.9. I don't know why he's running so slow. They're gonna
Mm.
convert him to an edge. He running that slow.
The linebackers did pretty good, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Linebacker. You got the linebacker from Wisconsin. He ran a 4.9. I don't know why. I don't know
Oh
why he
wow.
ran so slow. Then you had a few 4.7, but everybody else was about 4.6. And with that
Mm-hmm.
linebacker, the way the NFL now, you got to be running at least 4.6. Like 4.7, you might get you gonna get dusted.
Yeah, I mean, but you know one thing about it now, that you're talking tenths of a second. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
running a
yeah,
four
yeah,
four and a 4.5, even a 4.6, that's still fast.
yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I ain't talking about that. You got that. You know, depending on what system you fall in. Like if you
right.
fall in the system where you're gonna have to cover a slot guy. The slot guys in NFL is a lot different from a college slot. That speed is a
Yeah,
little different. You know what I mean? So,
totally
but
different.
yeah. And also it could be the ones that ran the 4.7 and the 4.9. It could be they ain't that they could be faster than that. They just might not worked out the right way with the laser time.
4.7 is fast. Yeah, all
Yeah,
that's still
yeah,
fast.
yeah,
And
yeah.
game speed is a little different
Game
too.
speed's a lot different. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So that
I
different,
think it
man.
was just that. I think that D tackle out of Florida State did it real good out there too today.
Oh yeah,
Um, they had that D tackle ran like a 4.7, man.
yeah. They two of them. They had two of them out there today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The Braden Flats ran a 4.78, and I think
mm-hmm.
he's like 290, man.
I think it was like two. 92.
I'm pulling up right now. He's 6'4", 292.
Yeah, 292. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know what I mean. When you look at a linebacker running below him, that's a problem. But that's a different talent too to be running that fast deep tackle, and especially at
Yeah.
209. He training right, and he
Yeah.
probably ran track. He probably ran track in high school too.
Oh yeah. You know that definitely helps out too.
Yeah, yeah,
Transferring
yeah,
over from track to football and
yeah.
learning how to run.
Yep, yep. So, because it's a lot more linemen these days, uh, running track. You know, back when we was in in high school, if you in lineman or whatever, you was throwing a shot put. These linemen, they'll try to see if we can dust you a little bit. You know, and they
Mm,
ain't gonna run a 4x1, but they'll try to do it a little bit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They a lot faster, a lot agility right now. And they be doing just to stay in workout shape, and how to form run correctly.
A lot of athletes you already know run track and
Yeah,
transfer
yeah,
to football. Well, Chop Robinson did good today
yep,
from
yep,
Penn State. I
yeah,
think he ran a 4.48, something like that.
yep,
I think
yep.
that's pretty good.
From NC State. Yep, he did. Him and that we were talking about Florida State, that linebacker from Florida State. Cause Florida State, they deep. They had a stat defense. They had some young dudes too, but Florida State had all around. You know what I mean? Like great. I didn't know they had that much speed, but shit, we from Alabama, man, and we've been down to Florida camps and stuff, bro. That speed down there is a little different. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's in the water or what, but it's a little different.
it is. It is.
I ain't met too many slow athletes down in Florida.
Like, anytime you had to race in track or you go somewhere, you had to race the Florida boys, you already know what's coming. Definitely Florida and Texas.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
breed speed, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I like what I seen out there today. I think you're not gonna see too many linebackers and linemen saying, "Oh, we're not gonna do the workouts." They already know they got to do that.
Yeah.
It's
If you
because
go to the combine, the big combine, you
yeah,
definitely got to run.
you gotta do. You know what I mean? You gotta do a lot. Even if you would stand out just from that defensive side of the ball, because they all them scouts, they really want to know exactly what you do and how it can translate in my defense. You
Hmm.
know that, like, I I wouldn't be surprised that NC State linebacker Brandon Fofo, man, he just changed the game. I didn't even know he was that fast. I really didn't know he was that fast. That right there can put him. I don't know what his draft stock was. Let me look right now. But if it ain't,
Peyton Wilson.
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he might have bumped himself up into a first round caliber. I don't see where they had him projected, but
Earned some stock today.
yeah, he earned some stocks on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he earned some stock on that one. You know what I mean? He really, really did, man. So it's starting off good. They didn't do none of the bench press and none of that stuff that they did it. I didn't see none of that. I just seen all field work and and uh, and 40 yards.
Yeah, I think that's what they did today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. But
I'm sure
I
they'll
think
make
it was good today. It was good today. Uh,
just to
what did
start
you
it off.
see it? What's up?
To start the combine off. Like I said
Yeah,
on the defensive side, it was good. It seems like football is back. We're
yeah,
football junkies, so
yeah, yeah,
summertime is hard when you got no football to watch. But
yeah,
and a good thing though, I will give a shout out to the XFL. What they got coming up with
yeah,
Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. So I think that season starts at the end of March, I
yeah, yeah.
believe. So that'll definitely help us out.
And you know what you're saying about the SFL? I see more good coming from that than I see from like Ice Cube Big Three league
Well,
because
the Big Three league is kind of like more so. older athletes or
Yeah, yeah,
who's played before. The
yeah,
XFL
yeah.
is kind of like
It's like it's almost like your JUCO
right,
of NFL. I
right.
got you.
It's
Yeah,
like a minor league sort of kind
yeah,
of stuff. Yeah,
yeah,
and that's why you see guys. Even last year they were playing in the XFL. They were eligible to be
yeah,
drafted. Cavante Turpin,
yeah.
one of the returners for the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
Man,
He came from one of the XFL teams, and the kicker we had.
oh, yeah, I
He,
remember him now. Yeah, 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 yeah,
he came from the Birmingham team,
yeah.
so
And I don't even know how did he even fall to the XFL? Did
I
he
don't.
was it something that he didn't play college?
Yeah, he didn't
Or he
play
was
college.
overseas or something?
Yeah, he was like he was a kicker. He played in the soccer league or the rugby league
Yeah, yeah,
overseas. So yeah, he got his shot. He got his shot in
yeah,
the XFL, and I don't think he missed a kick. That's what got him drafted. So
yeah. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
see, and just to have that type of league like that, which has never
Yeah,
been
because he probably won't
around.
even get brought for a workout because they're like, I don't
Right.
even know who you is.
Yeah. I mean, we had leagues before, but
Yeah,
not like it is now.
yeah.
It's built up a little different. So I like
And I
it.
think that it's also bringing. I think one thing I do like about SFL because it's bringing it to the U.S. instead of them going to Canada to play and all that type of
Right.
stuff.
Right.
Just what I mean, like what the WNBA is happening. Like,
Right.
hey, they got to go overseas because there ain't no type of developmental league. NBA the only one really got it. They got the G League. You know what I mean? So that's why I was
Yeah.
saying about the G League. Then like the Big Three, because I know some people that got. I forgot what players got called back from when they was doing them 10-day contracts, whatever. They were getting some of them were getting pulled out of the Big Three league.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah, when it was during the COVID time when they was in like the bubble and all this type of stuff when people catching COVID, they was doing like them 10-day contracts and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was
Okay.
like you said, it was older players, but hey, we'll get you for a 10-day, you know what I mean, or whatever.
Right.
I I don't think there's enough exposure on the G League. It's hard to keep up track with that crap. But I ain't gonna say crap because that's a good thing. But you don't really see too much about it unless it's during the summertime. And then by the time of summer, they overlooked on by football.
But the thing about it though with those G leagues, D leagues, and what have you,
Yeah.
they're still getting their shot.
Oh,
Even if it's on the
yeah,
back,
yeah.
we might not hear
Because it's
about it.
tied to that
It's just not
team.
mainstream.
Yeah.
But
And you
it's
tied to that team. So sometimes you
right,
practicing with the actual starters against the starters because you're on a scout team or whatever.
right. That's basically
Yeah.
what it is. Scout team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But man,
man. So who's coming up tomorrow? Who's
I want to
tomorrow?
say it's I want to say it was. I want to say it was I think it's the quarterbacks.
I know defensive backs and tight ends.
Yeah, defensive back tight end. Now, hey, them tight ends going to be, as you can see in the NFL, it's hard to win a Super Bowl without a tight end.
Yeah, yeah. You
It
know
is.
what? It's kind of being like it's crazy. I seen like a position goes away and comes back,
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of like the fullback position
yeah, yeah,
went
yeah,
away and kind of
yeah,
came back and went away again. See,
yeah,
the tight end position, even though it's always been a significant role in
yeah,
the team, it's just it seems like it always morphs. From the Shannon Sharpe type tight ends to
yeah, yeah,
the quicker blocking tight ends. So
yeah. Cause it was a big delineation, like back then when we grew up. The tight end was like he wasn't your primary target. He was like you almost throwing a tight end, bro. You got a problem.
right,
Like he
right,
supposed to block. I need somebody to chip block. Like
right. If you need a 3 yard out, that was your guy. The tight end.
yeah,
But now they're so much bigger, faster,
yeah, yeah,
stronger.
yeah,
They're hybrid wide receivers.
yeah.
Like I
Cause
say,
Shannon Sharpe changed that. He did change that because I think he said He started off as a wide receiver. He started off as a wide receiver at Savannah State. And then I think what happened, he got hurt. No, one of the tight ends got hurt. That was a blocking tight end. So he said, I'll go to tight end because he was the biggest wide receiver. And they're saying, no, he ended up getting stuck with that position. And then, because he was already a wide receiver, and that just opened the floodgates. Oh, crap. You know, like I really got an extra dude with size. And I look at high school now, like in North Carolina, I look at high school where you got two types. You got a heavy run high school that really don't throw the ball much. They just run. Or you got that complete spread offense where they throw the ball 75% of the time, run the ball other 25% of the time. But when you got that happening, they don't have no tight ends. Yeah. I'm like, all right, so if you look at the high school level, you got a linebacker that's really getting taught to go downhill, do a little bit of coverage in the flats or whatever, but that's about it. But you put somebody, I can't, like a real good tight end that can play wide receiver and tight end, that linebacker about to go through hell. He's about to go through hell that game.
Yeah, man, because as a defensive player, you know, it's hard to cover and block and go up against blocks against a tight end like that. Because, you know, they're so good with blocking, and then they chip block. You don't know if they're actually blocking or releasing. And then they actually release, and they release and run great routes. So, you know, that's hard to cover ground with that unless you got a man over the top, but you hope you do. You definitely would.
You can call it wrong defense. You don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know. He get covered on a linebacker that really can't cover that well. Run, you know what I mean? Then you're like, all right, now we got to bring it down. We got to put an extra safety on the field, taking linebacker out. Now, what's going to happen? Now you're vulnerable to getting ran on the whole time.
Right, and that's the thing with a linebacker. Your main goal and position is to stop the run. You know, definitely cover too, but your main, you're there to stop the run. Yep. So you can't just, you know what I'm saying, pat your feet and wait on the pad.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you behind in the run then if that happens. So
you
know, a good tight end can mix it up for you. So
you're
gonna see tomorrow.
The tight end gonna be that tight end. That's really what replacing the fullback position.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
That right there, like especially because I can see right now it's gonna be teams running too tight now. You know, like Baltimore's been doing that for a few years, where they converted fullbacks. They got him in the backfield, but he also playing tight end and he can catch, and he converted from defensive tackle, like because he can loosely move. So now you got people that gonna have too tight. Now that's gonna be a real problem. Are you blocking down on me? Or are you doing delayed release? Or hey, you better get somebody out here because I'm finna catch everything across the middle.
It's for the 49ers. Shannon, that's exactly what they do with two tight ends. And, you know, they got them bunched in on the line. You know, so you don't know if they're gonna run or pass. And if they run, it's a great setup because they got blocking right there already ready. So
that tight end about to be real tight end. That's a great position right there, boy. That's a tricky position. So tomorrow gonna be great watching that. DBs, man. I say DBs is the harder position on the football field. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know, that's been an argument. That's been an argument.
That's the harder position. Yeah, that's the harder position. It's a harder position. Because you know, like that window get real small. As you progress up, like high school, if you got two arms and you wide open, and college, it got a little bit smaller. Shoot, NFL, they're like, hey, we throw you open.
Right. Because it's so fast, you got to run to get that.
Yeah.
You got to run and cover it too.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you something. When you look at like cornerbacks, if you was what's the first thing you're looking at with cornerbacks? Are you looking at? I'll give you an example. Are you looking at outright speed? Are you looking at a strength level as far as balance because they can jam and still get off? Or are you looking at how long their arms is, how tall they is?
Me is, I guess I would say physicality, because you have to be able to be a physical cornerback these days, definitely with big receivers and tight ends. So that physicality, leverage, and just how you play on the field, because you got people who can do drills perfectly. And get on the field, and
and
it don't transition.
They can't translate that
to the game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
because you don't. It ain't too many. Every year you got people that, especially with the DBs and the wide receiver, that break like, oh, this mother ran a 4.21 or 4. No, well, they ain't like 4.27 or you know what I mean in a 4.2. Most of them don't pan out because they can't translate that real track speed to the football field.
Yeah, and it's not controlled. It's just sometimes it's wild speed. You know, so being able to cover and good footwork and agility. You can stop on a dime and you can play the ball in the air. A cornerback who can play the ball, in the air, not with all that grabbing and holding and pulling and tugging.
Yeah.
If you can do that, then you're an exceptional player, man. That goes long. So that's what I look for, man. So we'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow.
I always say I always want to find somebody like Richard Sherman. Because he was tall. He was tall and long, and he can cover. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't remember where he ran in the 40, but one thing he knew how to like have that right balance, and he could jam, and he jammed, and he's really stomping you because he had long arms and he was strong. I think he was like 6'3", bro.
He was tall. He was
tall and strong. You know what I mean? So that's why I look at like especially when you look at them cornerbacks, and I think, and I don't know what scouts look at everything, but I look at if this person real strong on zone, or this man he can follow somebody. Like he can say, "Nah, put me on an island." Ain't too many. You have some that's pretty decent at it, but I don't know who this year is going to be that person that you say, "Hey, nah, you could put him on an island and he can just go ahead like handle what he need to handle." You don't have to hire. You don't have to put somebody always over top on.
Yeah, man. The boy, I forget his name for Kansas City, the Chiefs. I think number 22. He's an exceptional cover cornerback, man.
Yeah,
he plays the game right. His footwork is perfect, man. As far as he can cover breaks and wide receiver out of breaks. And plays the ball, perfectly. To where there's no pass interference and it don't look clumsy. I don't like no clumsy looking DB. So he's coming up in the ranks too.
That's why I said like that speed. That a lot of them can't translate that speed. Like I ain't seen too many cornerbacks that's like gonna run a 4.2 and there'll be a shutdown cornerback. Most time they can't get out of breaks.
You got to have the speed, definitely to keep up with the wide receiver.
Because a lot of them ain't throwing just 9 routes. They ain't just throwing they're gonna hit you with a double move. Let's see if you can get out that double move. And that's like you ain't facing Randy Moss every week. Like you ain't facing Megatron. You running some dude that again taught how to run routes. You know what I mean? Hit you with a double route. Like it's, and then if they can get you with the body to keep you, you know what I mean? You say body to get them open. Yeah, that's why I was asking about that speed piece.
Wide receivers just like Neighbors, who Steve Smith was just talking about, and you see when he hit old buddy with the double move.
You
got to be able to cover that.
Yep. Hey, shoot, I know it. Since you just brought that up, that's let's go to this our next segment for reactions. And like I said, I follow Steve Smith and when he's talking about a lot of the um wide receivers doing great breakdowns on it. Great breakdowns. So I'm gonna share that. I'm gonna share one so we
He
can
really
react
did.
to it.
He really did.
Yeah, yeah.
With Neighbors, where I can see Junior being one. Well, these Neighbors is my 1B, bro. I'm talking about right underneath there. And you know why? Watching Neighbors run routes is like watching Picasso paint with no paint on his brush. You just don't know. You're like, dang it, who did not fill up the paint can? What I love about Neighbors, his ability to play through contact. 6 feet, 200 pounds. This corner is all over him. This is a flag on the play. Man, just love the free action Neighbor makes for himself. He utilizes a lot of different variation releases. He's well-rounded.
That pump move, he froze him right
Strong
there.
center of base.
Yep.
You want your wide receiver to develop the trust with the quarterback that says, hey, even when you're wrong with the spot of the ball, I'll make you right when I catch the football. That's something you can't create. He can change your receiver room on top of what you already have. Overall thing with Neighbors where
So Julian Bain and Marvin Harris Jr. All right. That's why he called him Junior, Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harris Jr. Yeah. So I say that by LSU, hey, I'm an Auburn fan, you Alabama fan, we hate LSU. But the one thing I can say, LSU do produce some great wide receivers.
Yeah, and then cornerbacks.
Yeah.
I can't lie about that. They do.
Yeah.
So that's great, man. Like I say, and just to see them doing it year after year after year.
Yeah.
Like, do they keep the same assistant coaches down there? Or what?
No, that's a whole new coaching group. That's a whole new.
It's the culture down there. Just like we were talking about speed in Florida. It's the culture,
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, I don't know who. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. gonna go before him, just because I think off his name. But either or, both of them gonna be great. They're gonna be great. I think both of them gonna be great. I don't see no flaws in them. It just hopefully end up in the right system. When you get picked that early, you end up in a bad situation where all the bad teams got new coaches. I hope my Baltimore Ravens pick them up, but we ain't jumping that high in the draft at all.
Y'all shouldn't be able to pick to round 4. They got too much talent.
Hey, that's the Chiefs, man. You know what I mean? The Chiefs they won with crappy wide receivers. Well, I ain't gonna say crappy, but unproductive wide receivers for the most part. And they still, man, and that goes back to that tight end. If they didn't have Kelsey, they weren't winning.
I mean, the guys were tight. They were talented now. That Scantling, they're talented.
Yeah.
You got the hometown Kadarius Tony.
Even
though he dropped a couple balls, but I mean, that man is still so talented, man. And to be doing it, but he has 2 Super Bowl rings now at this point. Like, he helped them get there. Cole Hardman, even though he just got.
I don't know why they was having drop issues. I think they still got their wide receiver. I think they still got their wide receiver coach, but they must not be spending enough time on a catching machine, man.
Yeah, I really just think a lot of stuff gets polarized these days. So I just think they just had bad moments here and there. That's all it really was, because you see what happened. I mean, they was catching enough balls to get them into the playoffs and to the game, the big game, and win it. So.
Because I ain't heard nobody say anything about Pat Mahomes throw the ball too hard. Like, they always say that about Brett Favre, but he throw the ball hard, bro. Like, he be breaking people's fingers, popping it out of socket or whatever. So I haven't heard nobody say that.
Mahomes is just all around a great teammate.
Man.
Even when they were interviewing him about the people dropping the ball, he would say stuff like, man, I should have thrown it a little early or a little later in this position. You know what I'm saying? That's something you play for.
It's your hand, you're supposed to catch it.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I don't care if you reach down to your toes. You know what I'm saying? You touch your hand, you're supposed to catch it. But see, that's
Yeah,
just the mentality of a wide receiver, and it's always been. So,
yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, you
yeah.
got to catch the ball.
Man, you gotta catch it, bro. You gotta catch it, man. You gotta catch it. Man, I'm gonna pull up another one. He's talking about AD Mitchell out of
Okay.
Texas.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me pull that up for you.
Oh, AD Mitchell.
AD Mitchell.
The top 5 of this receiver class. Understands exactly what he is and what he is not. His ability to just play the leverage of the corner is pretty impressive. I just love what I'm seeing from him. The teams that are getting you are saying, hey, he's a championship caliber. Pluckability and catching the ball. You're looking for
Pluckability.
secondary saying, no more, get off the line of scrimmage. This is your guy. 80
So I'm wondering if you look at a lot of them highlights they did. It was a couple of them he called on somebody, but a lot of them was wide open. He was creating separation. So I'm interested to see what he really run in that 40. Because I think I seen two contested. Everything else he was already, you know what I mean, a foot or two ahead. You know, that's hard in the NFL now.
Yeah. To just be wide open.
Yeah, that's you said the right prayers if you wide open like that in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I want to see what his real speed is because you know a college that's the reason the combine is it because you really don't know what somebody's true speed is until they do it because hey we could you know in college they could fabricate that. Oh, he ran a 4.5. You know what I mean? He showed up to combine. You ran a 4.8. Damn, man, who wrote this?
Yeah.
What field you ran this on?
They fabricate everything a little bit in college. Height, weight, speed.
Weight, yeah.
That's why you gotta weigh. They weigh you with bare clothes on, with a little bit of nothing on, no shoes. They measure you and everything. They want to get your true weight. All that.
Yep. So I that's my only. What you think about him? Because y'all faced him this year too. Y'all Alabama faced Texas. I can't remember what he did against y'all.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah.
He's a good player. So
okay. Yeah.
I think his game will transition to the next level. He should be fine.
Yeah.
He knows how to play the game. He plays it at the highest level already. You know.
And he was in that Sarkisian offense. Hey, if you getting off like that, man, that might be some of the reason why he was open like that. Because hey, y'all had Sarkisian. That man know how to get somebody open, and the offense he run, he do a lot of eye candy too.
Sarkisian was destroying Kevin Steele in that defense when we played him there. Kevin Steele in that old defense, he came out there with Sarkisian got all those new prolific plays, man, and lined up. Yeah, we out there sitting in that old caveman defense. Yeah, they ain't stopping nobody, and not adjusting. He don't want to adjust or do. Boy, don't get me started on that game. Look, me and wide open, we just getting caught up in crossing routes. I'm talking no type of blitzing. We're not blitzing at all. Just let them sit back there and throw the ball, man. No zone blitzing, no man blitzing. Oh, I digress, my man. Just terrible.
Hey, man.
Man, we did the same on offense, man. Old bear plays. Old 1980 plays. Man, who that's gonna fool these days?
Hey, you know that hey, when you say that, like I say from what was it about 2004? I say from 2004 and back, you know, it was like the strongest man. You know what I mean? We was strong. We was real strong. Like so you want to do it, if you want to gain yards, you got to go through me. That's how it really was. It wasn't no like, I'm finna razzle dazzle. You wasn't nobody doing all that like that, man.
No,
Now we're gonna put everybody down. Hey, we don't care about no wide receiver. We running this ball now. Jet motions, multiple shifts, like it just So yeah.
The game's open up. So
yeah, the game opened up a lot.
That's why you don't really see scores like 6-9 no more. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Yeah. The game is opened up so much.
Yeah, and then you talking about the West Coast colleges, shoot.
Yeah.
I'm talking about 60 to 62.
Yeah, boy, they ain't playing no defense over there. Straight 7-on-7.
Yeah, it's 7-on-7, man. I'm like, I mean, you might have to take the linebackers out, bro. Like, what?
You might as well. You might as well. I don't know what they
man.
What they be doing out
there. Hey, do you remember the game Johnny Manziel played against Pat Mahomes?
Texas A&M and Texas Tech?
Yeah. It was a shootout, man. I want to say Pat Mahomes had like 7 touchdowns, like 700-some passing yards. Johnny Manziel had like 600 passing yards with like 6 touchdowns. It was just back and forth. The whole, both defense coordinators should have been fired.
But that was Texas Tech. That was their identity.
Yeah.
Back then at that point in time. So I definitely couldn't believe it.
But it's like, like Texas obviously the South, but hey, at that time, boy, they look like the West. Because I say, man, you ain't coming to the SEC with that. That just ain't finna happen. I mean, we put Vanderbilt, they're gonna stop a little bit more than that. They're just, I don't understand that, bro. But that Pat Mahomes is different too. He was really different. I think he didn't get the type of exposure because their defense was so weak.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't a major name.
Yeah.
Coming out. Yeah. I mean, you knew him because of what he did, but he wasn't a major name, and he was good though.
Yeah, and like if he'd have went somewhere, like like your big, some type of SEC school, Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, whatever. That hey, if you got somebody like that, and you got a good SEC defense, you're usually gonna get recognized. You probably gonna win the ring that game that year too. So I think it's like I had a conversation with, I think at the barbershop last week. We were talking about Caleb. I think Caleb. I say this: if Caleb was on any of the teams that was in the playoff this past year, he would have won the ring.
The playoff team.
Any of the team that made the playoff, no matter what. Any one of those teams, if he was on, they was going to win the play. They was going to win the championship.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
He would have won a championship, but with a West Coast team, look at Washington. Washington could have broke that curse, because I ain't gonna say a curse, but it's really a curse. I can't remember the last time an out West team actually won a ring besides USC when Reggie Bush was there. They made it to the dance, but ain't win it.
That's it. That's the last time.
Yeah.
Definitely when they had that,
and it always come down to the defense.
Yeah, I mean, and truth be told, they had a good defense, baby.
Yeah. And Washington had a good defense. But look at it. I mean, they could have broke that, but they was a little different. They was a little different than your normal traditional West Coast team, because they used to defense. Hey, I probably just need you to at least hold them down till we can score more points in them. Like, it's going to be a shootout, 55, 54 or whatever. Like, that's unheard of, bro. Like, that's ridiculous. I think a lot of them defensive players is lighter. I think them trenches, The SEC trending, you got your D linemen. Hey, you're in the interior. You're at least 300 pounds. West Coast, hey, they about 280, 275. That right there matters.
They go faster, stronger.
Yep.
It means more. I mean, that literally means
yeah.
You play with a different mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And that's why Dion was saying, like, he said, man, I gotta get some bigger bodies, bro.
Yeah.
Really, because hey man, my trenches gotta get a lot bigger.
Yeah, on both sides.
Yeah.
But he knew that though, going up.
Yeah, he knew that going in. He knew them linemen, like they talented, but that, and I mean that's when you really understand like the difference between a D1 size and a D2 size.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people joked on Dion when they started losing games, but I'm telling you, when he started getting them big guys in there, he already got the skill players.
Yeah,
and keep getting in.
And you mix with when they can run downhill on you,
it's over. He's gonna shut that conference down, man. I'm telling you, they would not be able to be beat.
Yep. Hey, speaking of, I'm gonna play one more of Tulsa wide receiver. Let me go ahead and pull that up.
I heard about him.
To 6'2", Texas San Antonio. He had one drop in 2023. My man is a chain. Like what I see. He can get open in the open field. When you give him the ball in the open field, he turns it into a race. The thing I love about watching Josh is his release. Really, from a small school, understands leverage, getting in and out of his breaks. Fight for the ball, will get mollywop going across the middle. I mean, he's taking a few hits, but he gets up, pops right on up, gets back in the huddle. This is a guy who may be in the later rounds, but I believe with some good coaching and his base where he is right now, I can see him carving out a pretty good career for himself, especially if he goes to a team who has some patience, who's looking into developing guys. He can be a guy that can sneak up and one day wake up, you say, who is this player? And one day may catch a touchdown pass and they may name a day after him from the small little town or the small school that he's at. Joshua or Jim.
Oh yeah.
He can be cold, man.
Oh yeah. And I'm glad. That's why I like Steve Smith, like his breakdown, because he was the only one, and we're gonna go into this next. He was the only one that was singing praise to Cooper Kupp during the combine. All the so-called ESPN analysts and mock draft experts, they said, nah, Steve Smith don't know what he talking about with Cooper Kupp. He ain't go. And look what this man been doing, man.
Hey, why are you talking about that? You need to play the video. Since we talking about these people, these analysts, whoever they are, what did they do to Shannon? What did they do to Shannon and Ocho?
Yeah, they go ahead and pull it up. Yeah. They did. Yeah.
A lot of people. I don't even know him.
Yeah. Shannon and Ocho.
Yeah, man. He's crazy. Man. Kind of like Heisman voters.
Yeah.
Here's out, Ocho.
Yes, sir.
You out of a 100, what do you think my combine grade was?
Probably 68.
I got a 37.
For real? Who's your overall? What they give you?
My overall was 37. Look at this, y'all. Look at what they gave your boy.
F.
That's crazy.
Why you over there keying? That's what you got. F2. You got a 38.
But hey, at least I got one higher than you. That F on there stand for fabulous. Because that's just how it turned out. Fabulous.
Ocho was just meant to be. How the hell they got me at a 37, you at a 38?
Why you even showed me that, man?
Crazy.
Hey, that kind of hurt. That kind of hurt a little bit.
That's crazy, man.
Like, who is grading these folks, man?
I don't know.
Hall of Famers. Those are Hall of Famers now.
That's why I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I know part of I think I know part of the reason. They always say, "Oh, well, Shannon Sharpe, he had size though. He had size." I think they gave Shannon Sharpe a knock because he was at a HBCU.
And you know what? That could be it too. Sometimes I think they pay attention to numbers too much. If that makes sense.
Well, he was MVP of, I forgot that the conference I forgot what conference Savannah State was in at that time. But I know he was like breaking records. He was like always first team, everything. So it wasn't the number. They might have been trying to judge him on the competition he was playing.
Well, I mean,
going and performing on the field.
I mean your draft number, like your draft numbers.
Oh yeah.
The grade, what they
yeah.
He didn't have the longest jump. You feel me? He didn't do the greatest in agility on the bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everybody knows definitely who's played football before park ball to NFL. You know, like we were saying, man, people can be great in drills. You can be great in drills.
Boy,
and what you say, and what everybody say. Wait till we put the pads on.
Yeah.
Wait till we put the pads on, and you go see. Everybody knows that person. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is.
You don't go to basketball.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna stay and play or we'll see you walk in the halls. You know what I'm saying?
Mark, that's why you usually do the Oklahoma drill the first couple of days of practice. First day, a couple of days you in pad. So we go ahead and get this out the way. Get this out the way. So whatever it comes, we ain't got to worry about your toughness.
Yeah, exactly. And when you put the pads on, you see the people out there talking noise to each other. They ready for, and you see the ones standing in the back. You know what time it is. You know, everybody don't have that instinct, man. That warrior mentality out there on that field. You know, it falls by the wayside.
Hey, let me ask you something. What was your most humbling moment in football when somebody hit you so hard you had to be like, damn?
Man, we were doing like goal line drills in college, and we had, speaking of fullback, we had like a guy was 6'3". He had to be at least 260. He had no business playing fullback. This man supposed to been on the line somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And when I tell you I had to hit him, you feel, I'm not gonna let nobody pump me. You know, I'm gonna hit you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit you, and we're gonna go there with it. But when we hit, I felt myself go back though. Yeah, boy. And you know when you're on the bottom of the pile, you like, good gracious, what was that? Yeah, like
special teams at all?
Oh no, it was definitely that. It was definitely that. But you know what? It made you play harder though, because like the next 3 plays, I made like the next 3 plays, and like all like tackle for losses. You know what I'm saying? So you know it kind of elevated you. It pushed you to go harder. So, No,
I think mine was on the special team. Mine was on the special teams. I forgot who we played, but you remember what was his name? I can't even say his name. He was linebacker for us in high school, shorter guy, and and we'll talk about it often. I can't remember his name. I'm gonna say his name on here, but I replaced him in 10th grade. I placed him on punt. No, I think it was on punt. Was it punt? Yeah, I think it was on punt, bruh. You know, that's when crackback was allowed.
Mm-hmm.
I think y'all, bruh, feet was in the air, man.
He got leveled. Yeah, they told me they done outlawed crackbacking. They should have did that 20 years ago.
Bruh. I'm talking about how feet was in the air, bruh. I think the wind got knocked, bro. I was like, man, I can't, bro. Where did he come from? Who the world should we see in film, man? When we seen Phil, I was like, God, dog. And I was just hoping nobody seen it. But
You know it. You know that. But see, I never got cracked back like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
People were always trying. You know, I done took the hits, but I never got level
yeah,
because that might have actually been my first lesson I learned in football, in park ball.
yeah,
Keep your head on the swivel.
yeah, yeah.
You know? And I
And
seen
you know,
a
especially
hundred
then, bro, that you had to keep, you had
heads.
to stay on the swivel, bro. Because you had people that, hey, they didn't even care about the ball. They were just trying to lay you out.
Man, still to this day, or in college, in NFL,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know that's why they get flagged because people still looking to lay you out.
yeah, yeah, bro. That was the most humbling. I think, man, I can't remember what school it was, man. But I know it was at Last Stadium, though. I know that for a fact.
Yeah,
It
I
was
done
at
seen
Last Stadium.
I done seen 100 crackbacks, man, and to keep my head on the swivel. That would not be me on film anymore. Not at all, bro. No, no, but everybody gets humbled though, some kind of way.
Oh yeah, that was humbling, bro. I remember it was on punt. I can't remember who it was, but I was like, God, dog, bro. I was like, man, I think I had got a concussion that game. Didn't even know it, bro.
Oh yeah, you knew it. It just
Oh,
wasn't
man,
late.
he got the bell ring. That's what it was.
Yeah. But it's crazy though, cause that's what we called it back then. You getting your bell ring, but that's called a mild concussion these days. That little lightheadedness, that feeling that you get,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy, man. It's crazy.
Hey, did you tell me a story some years ago about a dude you played with on special team that he would just his whole target was like to just he didn't even care where the ball was going. He was just like he'll end up on the other people's sideline.
Oh yeah, he coming to lay you out. He coming to lay you out, or he coming to lay the man out. He know that's supposed to be blocking. This, this man was straight a machine, man. And he would knock himself out, bro. And get up and not know where he's at. You can see his whole face. He didn't know where he was at when he get up. Yeah. You know, like I said, man, anything from 2009 back is
Yeah,
caveman
boy,
football.
we were caveman then, bro.
Caveman football.
Boy,
Man,
caveman.
he
Hey,
literally did that.
I showed a partner of mine here. I showed him like my he seen like a high school picture, my high school foot. Man, why your shoulder pad so big? Shoot, man, we had shockers under there, bro. Hey, these dude was hidden.
Mm-hmm. Man,
Bro,
it was a different era. Man.
it was different, bro. Then,
It was
man,
a different era, man.
boy, it was different, bro. If you, hey, them motherfuckers was serious down there, bro.
Yeah. We had a pretty fields and all that, man.
Nah,
You remember we had to do up downs in high school, and we had the sticky things on the ground. You remember that? It's like how we doing up downs, and we got spikes on the ground. You know what I mean?
poles in the field and everything. Field wasn't even level right. Hey, we
Man,
didn't even care, bro. We was still, hey, they ran the dog crap out of it, man. Hey,
we just had a love for the game, man.
yeah,
That's what it was. That's all it was. You know,
yeah. Bro, that's funny.
yeah. That carried us. The love of the game carried us.
Yeah, man. But
Mhm.
hey, man, we gonna hey, we're gonna kick it off tomorrow. For the audience, we're gonna try to do this pretty regularly. Especially now we got the combine for 4 days, or 3 more days. So we want to go ahead and react, kind of give our opinion, see what everybody else's opinion is. We're gonna put these podcasts on Facebook and YouTube, and we're gonna try to build our viewership up and just talking about different sports. We're not just talking about football. We're gonna talk about basketball. We got March Madness coming up. The women's basketball tournament I think starts next week. So that it's gonna be great. I mean, basketball is changing. Hey, matter of fact, I'm gonna stop right there real quick, Mark, and I just hit a little bit with basketball, and especially women's basketball. Do how do you like, do you see the salaries going up in the future for the WNBA? And I'm gonna tell you where I'm coming with that from.
Yeah, they
So
don't have to.
you got your like your Caitlin Cards and all that type of stuff. They on their NIL money. They making $1 million, $2 million in college. Shoot, I mean, I think she said she's debating if she's gonna even stay. She's gonna stay another year. Most likely, she probably will because the salaries in the WNBA for the top veteran player, I think it's like 250. But like rookies, they making maybe 100,000. So you're gonna go from making $1 million in college to 100,000 as a professional. Like, I don't even know how you can fix that.
They don't have to raise it. That's
But
all it is to it. They don't have to raise it.
but I don't even think they're getting that much traction. So like when you look at the college women basketball, because I started really, really watching it the last couple of years. And I'll be honest with you, like I really didn't used to watch it that much. Don Staley, I just started. I remember Don Staley back in the day, on on the Olympic teams, like her and Cheryl, who always watched it then. And then when Don Staley really started changing that culture for African Americans watching basketball, and if you look at a lot of these women's college basketball, they are selling out in arenas, but the WNBA is not selling out.
Yeah. Well, that's where it's at though. That's where everybody is going to right now. The attention is on college basketball, women's college basketball, in that particular area.
So I don't know how that gap gonna get bridged, but if I was in that shoes and had an option to stay in it, and I'm making $1 million a year in college, I ride this college bandwagon as long as I can, because you really about to lose money unless you get some sponsorship. So
and it is. A lot of people are going to want to stay in college longer.
Yep.
To play.
Yep.
It make that bad.
You know? For women's, it got to be. That's the only sport that I'm seeing that, like, you don't see that with football. You don't see that with basketball. Baseball, that's a whole nother monster. You already know, because you got to go to the minors and all that type. So that's a whole nother monster. But like, just like your big sports, you don't see you making more money as like in college than you will professional. If you're making big bag in college, you're gonna make more than that in it. You know what I mean? In the NFL, but if you look at
in men's sports, right?
Yeah, in men's sports, yeah. And the WNBA, man, I don't know, bro. That you'll have somebody they're gonna make sure you ain't gonna be able to get nobody out early to go WNBA. You ain't gonna be able to do the 2 years and then I'm out of here because the money ain't there.
No, but I think the money is not there as of right now. But I think the players who are getting all the traction and attention, they'll keep their market alive. You know what I'm saying? They'll continue to rise in their market. They'll still have the Gatorades and the Nike contracts or whatever, in the WNBA. So
it's gonna be interesting, man. I mean, I look at it. I think the NIL money for women's college basketball is going to even go up even higher because they're going to see like your Caitlin Carts and you know what I mean, all your big name college women's player right now. That's I already know college make a buttload of money. They make like big money, at college. So shoot, hey, you can stay for another year. We know we're gonna sell out the arena every game. We'll give you $3 million now. You know what I mean? Like that's like now it's gonna be really hard, like to get somebody to the WNBA.
But I think like I said, you can gain more ground now with NIL because you think about it, you can put your woman's star basketball player on a commercial that's going nationwide. You know what I'm saying? So that attention is getting grasped by everybody far and wide, from the south to the east to the west.
Yeah.
That's gonna help that market grow, man. It'll continue to expand. So
It gotta grow. That's a big pay hit, bro.
Yeah.
That just, to go from making $1 million to 100,000. Nah.
Yeah. Who want to do that? That's a pay cut, yeah, boy.
But hey, for our viewer audience, we're gonna open this up. We just starting off with this thing, so we're gonna advance it a lot more. We're gonna get it out more, and then we're gonna keep growing, and then we're gonna actually probably do some full lives, not recorded. We're gonna do some full lives, and probably get people in the chat rooms and try to comment on stuff and get that full audience experience. So I appreciate everybody that's watching this, that will be watching this. Please subscribe to the channels, and we're going to keep you updated on what we got going on. But much love. We're going to see y'all later.
Yes, sir.